Well, lovely Matt Smith is here today, and I don't know if you know, but he plays a very famous character, Tim, on TV.
Does he?
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of that. Which one is he?
I think he's a doctor of some sorts. Isn't it interesting how Americans refer to the Doctor, and some other people refer to, who don't watch the show, who refer to the Doctor as Doctor Who? But it should always be the Doctor, shouldn't it?
Agreed, yes, that's the thing. I mean, you can call him what you want, but it is, historically, he is the Doctor, not Doctor Who as a character. That's just the name of the show.
Yeah. How long have you been doing it? I'm guessing almost 3 years or almost 4 years.
This is my third season.
How long would you say it took you to slot into him and to be your own Doctor? Because Tim was just saying when we were just coming into the room, you've really, really grown into it. And now we forget some of the former Doctors.
A part like this, you've always got that wonderful legacy behind you and that sort of heritage, All you can do is sort of give it your best shot and try and be as instinctual and positively creative and true to yourself as you can. And I don't know, really. I mean, hopefully from the moment you hit the screen, you're doing stuff that is of you and of your personality and your creative makeup and all that, and then you sort of add to it over the years.
I think you always had him, but I just think now you've got that wonderful eccentricity, that wonderful energy as well. And I disagree with you. I don't think we forget the previous Doctors.
No,
and I think that's the beauty of the series, that we go with whoever is the Doctor at the time.
I think so, yeah, and it's sort of wonderful to have that legacy behind you and be part of a show which is next year 50 as well.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
And 50 years, it's incredible.
Some of us remember the first Doctor.
Yeah, well.
Don't you, Steve?
I remember the very first episode. I don't know if I told you before.
Yeah.
And I think it was two teachers go along to some house. There's a girl at school. These two teachers go along to some house. There's no house there. And you can guess what's there. Yeah. Just a police box. These two teachers, they get into this police box and that's it. They're away.
Bosh, I know.
And you don't even remember the Zarbies.
No, it's terrible. But the Zarbies, tell me about the Zarbies.
I think they were big giant ants.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, maybe they'll come back. You never know.
Hey.
Right. Can you explain something to us, by the way?
Yes, mate.
Daleks, how come sometimes they can fly? Recently, they couldn't fly. I'm guessing it's because you went back to a time before they learned to fly.
Could fly. When couldn't they fly? In the recent Dalek ep?
Yeah.
They probably can, but just choose not to.
What do you mean, choose not to?
Well, if you're talking about Asylum of the Daleks...
Yeah.
They didn't want to go down to the planet, which was very dangerous, because they were afraid. So they wouldn't fly down there. And I mean, I guess they could just fly around, but I guess flying for a Dalek is like sprinting for a human.
Yeah, of course.
It takes a lot of work.
They
and energy,
lose their puff.
Yeah.
In 2009, Matt Smith became the youngest ever actor to take on the role of the Doctor, taking over from David Tennant. More than 8 million people tuned in to watch his series debut in an episode which also introduced his sidekick Amy Pond, played by Karen Gillan. Part 1 of Series 7 of Doctor Who, featuring 5 episodes and behind-the-scenes bonus material, is released today on DVD and Blu-ray and as a download to own. The series guests starred the likes of Adrian Scarborough, David Bradley, Stephen Burkhoff and Mike McShane. Favourite monsters, favourite bad guys, favourite in recent series for you?
Weeping Angels are my favourite monster of all time, I think. I love the silence. I love, in Series 1 I thought the vampires were cool. A load of hot chicks with vampy teeth. Can't go wrong, can you?
Exactly.
I think you got to kind of love the Daleks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. When faced with a stare.
Yeah.
Or 10.
Is it too much to say that this role has completely changed your life? And if so, has it changed it more than you thought it would?
It's not too much to say. I mean, it has categorically, profoundly changed my life in every which way, and there was no way that I could have anticipated the hows or the wheres or the whys or anything like that. It transforms it beyond anything that you've ever known, really, because you can't anticipate what comes with the job.
And have you had to learn to live with that?
Yeah, you, like any experience, you have to evolve and you have to learn how to adapt your life, yeah.
And
absolutely.
Professionally being able to go off and do other things, because you did the thing about the Olympic rowers, which was fantastic, yeah.
Yeah, and trying to keep a variety in the work as well, but nothing's quite like making Doctor Who, I've got to say.
So you're going to be the Doctor for a little while longer
Yeah,
yet?
absolutely. I'm into the 50th anniversary next year. We start that in, I don't know, April or May or something.
And you're filming the Christmas special now?
No, we've locked the Christmas special, and we're now filming episode 3 of Jenna Louise Coleman's, what will be her sort of season, coming up.
So well, now you have to tell us a little bit about the Christmas special. I mean, you don't just can't move on like that.
Just drop that into the proceedings.
Well,
We sort of slot it in as if we're not going to come back to it.
Obviously, that's not why I asked the question.
You're canny seasoned presenters, you boys, aren't you?
I've done it before.
That's it. This isn't your first barbecue.
Definitely
Not yours either.
No. Well,
No. What can you say though, Matt?
I can say it's set in Victorian England. We meet a doctor who has been profoundly changed by the experiences before him from losing the ponds. And into his life walks Jenna Louisa Coleman's character, and off they go on new adventures.
You've got to tell us about the DVD, the Blu-ray, and all the rest of it that's out at the moment. What do we see in those?
We have, obviously, the first 5 episodes, so Asylum of the Daleks through to the Angels Take Manhattan. And then you also have extras such as a prequel to Asylum of the Daleks, I think. I think there's The Last Days of... or Pond Life, the Chris Chibnall thing. Toby Whithouse does something on his episode, A Town Called Mercy. There's some backstage footage from when we went to Comic-Con in the States. They pack it in with a lot of extras, as always, and I hope it's a good watch.
With the screwdriver and everything, I mean, is there anything you can't do with it? If you needed to, for instance, change a wheel, something like that, say you're driving down the M4.
I'm sure there would be a way on the M4 to use the screwdriver, but it doesn't work on wood.
Doesn't it?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't work on wood, which is the Doctor's great gripe.
TARDIS hasn't got wheels anyway. What are you talking about?
No, I know, but I don't mean driving the TARDIS down the M4.
yeah.
You don't see that often, do you?
No, I wouldn't mind seeing
Although
that.
It has been known.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, the bottom of the M4 coming into London can be murder.
Yeah, of
Even
course.
in the TARDIS.
Yeah,
Yeah.
even in the TARDIS. Sometimes I do worry about the key. As the Doctor, you do look after that, don't you?
I do.
Because you leave it somewhere. And
Do you
all
want me
the
to
rest...
let you in on a secret?
Yes.
Any Yale key opens the TARDIS.
Can we have one cut?
Yeah.
It's not got a security number or anything like that.
None of that, it's just a key.
Get right
know.
in. What do you think people are getting from the Doctor now that they didn't get 10 years ago, 20 years ago, or even 50 years ago?
I think that the Doctor is the same character, I think, in his fundamentally. That's why we tune in to watch the show, is you watch the show because there's a madman who turns up and saves the universe with a ball of string and a toaster, and that's kind of it. So that's why it's been going for 50 years, because at its core and its heartbeat, that's what it's about. But of course, it's always going to evolve with CGI, and now you get a bit more cultured, perhaps. But then is it more cultured? I don't know. I mean, I think sometimes there can be too much CG, and 3D and all that sort of stuff can get a bit overwhelming. You know, when you look at a great Spielberg film, those big sets, and hopefully you can be a bit more inventive with the stories, because you can actually go and create space, or you can go back to Victorian England in a way that 40, 50 years ago was more difficult to do.
And the writing is such that the characters are emotional and have real feelings and tears and laughter and all of that, whereas perhaps in the old days it was more kind of science and all the rest of it.
I mean, we're very fortunate to have Mr. Stephen Moffat, who's a complete genius. He really is. I mean, I've just read episode 1 of the next season, and you think, and there's some brilliant ideas in it. There's a moment in it which involves wheels. That is an exclusive, an actual honest exclusive. It involves some wheels, and when you watch it, you'll go, it's him being brilliant.
Wheels of any particular monster?
It involves 2 wheels.
2 wheels.
2 wheels.
Bicycles.
Perhaps bicycles.
Oh, okay.
That's good. That's good. Don't push him any further.
No, but we're good, aren't we?
Well,
see the way we wheedle stuff out.
We're getting
I
there.
know.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, we're the best.
it's not your first barbecue.
I love that expression. I'm going to keep
that.
using that.
Yeah.
Part 1 of Series 7 of Doctor Who, featuring 5 episodes and behind-the-scenes bonus material, is released today, Monday, on DVD, Blu-ray, and as a download to own. The series guest starred the likes of Adrian Scarborough, David Bradley, Burkoff, and Mike McShane. Great Mike McShane, who's now like slimmed down, isn't he?
He is the most delightful man.
Yeah.
He is an extraordinarily nice human being.
It sees the final days of Rory and Amy as they return for their final roller coaster voyage with the Doctor. The trio find themselves kidnapped by the Doctor's oldest foe, the Daleks, and sent to a place that even the Daleks are too terrified to enter. They then journey onto an unmanned spaceship which is full of dinosaurs with some unexpected guests. That's all we can say. Matt will return for a Christmas special on BBC One. We don't have a schedule for that. We don't have a time for that yet. We don't even know what it's all about. We've just got a little bit of a clue, but we're guessing probably 7 p.m. Christmas Day.
Hopefully, yeah, something around
Something
that
around
sort of
that kind of time. Matt Smith, everybody. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you very much.
Good to see you.
Could I just say one thing? Because every day from 2 to 2:05, I get into the makeup chair at work.
Yes.
Oh no, between 5 to 2 and 5 past 2, and we have your show on.
And you hear only the 5 minutes of it.
Well, it depends how long I'm in there for, but we're here every day. So, Babs, Viv, Zara, Ali, I'm sat there right now and I'll be going, yeah, I gave you a shout out.
All right.
So, hello. I'm actually in the chair, but you can hear this.
Because this is a pre-record and he's done his own big up and shout out.
Yeah. Well, it's for the makeup girls, who I love.
You've got it.